So what we want to do is want to play this exchange for you guys, and then we're going to come back and give you guys our thoughts. Take a listen to this exchange here.
Excuse me, they struggled with him.
Yeah.
He was only around 30 years. Go ahead, man.
No. You know who else is missing off the list?
Oh,
Earl the Pearl.
Kobe chance.
Go ahead, Shannon. This is Shannon. Go ahead. You got your ball. I got you. Go ahead. So you got LeBron 1, Jordan 2. It's not going to stay up there for a reason because they know it's wrong. Just hold on to it. They know it's wrong. It's not going to stay up there. And who you got 3? Who you got 3? And Kareem. And Magic and Russell?
I got Wilt here.
Wilt instead of Russell?
Yes.
Okay. Allow me. I've heard enough. I've heard enough of the blasphemy, okay? Allow me. Number one, a lot of people out there was asking why not Kobe Bryant. Love Kobe to death, miss him to death. Here's the deal. Kobe Bryant was number 2 to Jordan, number 1. And number 2, he's not the greatest Laker of all time. He's not. 3 of those titles came with Shaq in his prime. Pick one, sir. You can't have both. You gotta be one or the other. And because you picked Shaq, then obviously Kobe's not there. So I got Kobe behind Magic as a Laker and behind Jordan as a 2 guard. Now we get to Russell instead of Wilt Chamberlain instead of Russell. That's your nemesis. And you can appreciate where I'm going, coaches. Both of you. If you have a specific nemesis, there's a lot of components that go into winning. But one can't outwin you 11-2. That's what happened. There's no way. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but you got to understand, out of 12 players, Bill Russell had 8 Hall of Famers.
What about leadership? You're a leader. We was at Savannah State yesterday, were we not? Did they not talk about your leadership?
Yes.
Well, where was Wilt's leadership?
I mean,
Okay.
But they say the argument that you use for Shaq and Kobe, why don't you use it for Kareem and Magic?
Well, that's a lengthy
All
conversation.
I know is this: the coaches, both Cleo and Latanya, came with the strong, bold takes.
wrong.
I see where you get it from here at Winston-Salem
They hurt
State.
my feelings.
So you heard the exchange there, right? And funny enough, when Shannon Sharpe pointed out that point, that was something I didn't even consider. That's number one. Number two, Shannon Sharpe is out here saying things he's not supposed to be saying. Because by making that argument for Kobe, you have a very good reason to put him in your top 5, and we then got to go and scrutinize some of the players in their top 5, in the top 5, at least his top 5, and say, but hold on, these guys didn't win those championships on their own. So why we excluding Kobe over this guy, right? So that was the first thing. The second part is this, and this is what I truly believe. I truly believe that Stephen A. Smith doesn't have one single reason or one single good argument for not having Kobe in his top 5. I believe that Stephen A. Smith's top 5 is a political top 5. This is what I believe. I believe his top 5 is done in a way where he can maintain relationships. That's what I personally believe. I don't believe that's what he really did. I believe he's picking a list that can appease certain people so he can keep certain relationships going. I believe he has LeBron in his top 5 to appease LeBron in his camp, because he's mentioned many a times how they have tried to reach out to him for him not having LeBron as number 1. We know that. I probably believe he thinks MJ is a GOAT, but I also believe he's doing that to kind of maintain that relationship. I believe the same thing about I believe the same thing about Magic Johnson. Now, I don't know where he had Kobe Bryant when Kobe Bryant was alive, but I believe a lot of this has to do with relationships as well. Stephen A. Smith is a politician. And he's playing politics here. Some of those picks are political picks. That's what I truly believe. To me, listen, if you don't have Kobe Bryant in your top 5, that's one thing. But if someone asks you, okay, explain why you don't have Kobe in your top 5, and you can't give a sound argument, then I think you start to lose credibility quickly. To me, I can make a case, or I've at least tried to make cases in the past, as to why I believe Kobe Bryant is a top 5 guy of all time. I know for a fact that Shannon Sharpe thought Kobe Bryant for a very long time was top 2. Now, I don't know how Kobe Bryant went from being top 2 on his list and then fell out of his top 5, and I think he's number 8 or number 9 on Shannon Sharpe's list. I don't know how that happened, and then somehow he catapulted LeBron all the way to number 1. And now you're seeing how that's paying dividends for you by basically championing LeBron James all this time, and then look what just happened yesterday. To me, listen, I think Kobe Bryant is top 5. Where you rank him is up to you. I certainly think that a lot of NBA players think that maybe the media has certain agendas why they pick certain players. But yesterday was a bit surprising to see Shannon Sharpe quickly just kind of exposed to like, yo, okay, so what's your reason for this? And he was speechless. He had nothing to say. He was like, well, I'll explain that later. There is no explanation for that later. The fact of the matter is you were making up reasons to not having Kobe in your top 5, and those same reasons you were basically making up to not have Kobe in the top 5 were the same exact reasons you're putting other players in the top 5. So you help let's make sense. Make it make sense.